Right, so we're going to do a control test.
Okay.
Yeah? So is there any questions you want to ask me about what you're going to talk about on the way to the area?
No.
What are you going to talk about?
Steering.
Steering, yeah?
Excuse me.
Give me good detailed advice about the steering, and then you should be able to come back at me and say, you know, turning right, what hand am I going to move up to the top and so forth,
Mhm.
yeah? Talk about how little steering you do in the go around the parked cars compared to going around the corner, yeah?
Right, okay.
Yeah. Right, so do you want to have a go and I'll give you any help if you need it?
Yes, why not? Why not?
Right. So the word picture will be, I want you to treat me as a pupil at the beginner stage.
Okay.
I've never had a driving lesson before. And when I rung up your office, they say when you turn up today and pick me up from my place of work, that you drive me to a suitable area. You show me how to get into the car safely, set myself up, and if there's time, we do some moving up and stopping.
Okay.
Yeah. My eyesight and my driving license has been checked. You'd never ever go there with the examiner, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this phase you can call me Tony.
Okay.
So I'm a beginner. I've never had a driving lesson before. And today I'd like you to teach me how to get into the car safely, set myself up, and if there's time at the end, moving up and stopping.
Okay.
Yeah? So I'll leave you to meet and greet.
Tony, hello. My name's Dave.
Hello Dave, how are you? Right?
How are you? Are you okay?
Very nervous.
Very nervous. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't need to be nervous
All right.
today. I've spoken to the office, and they said that when they had a chat with you, you said that you've never had a lesson before.
No.
So you've never done any driving, not been behind the wheel of a car before.
Just out of roll, is that what I said?
No, you've never had a
No.
lesson.
Yeah.
So they said that you've never had a driving lesson before.
No, never, no.
Okay. Have you done any form of driving before?
I ride a moped, does that make any?
It does, yeah.
All right.
That's going to help you. And what about things on the fairground like the dodgems? Have you done
Oh
one?
yeah.
You've
yeah,
done one of them, have
yeah,
you?
I keep crashing on them though.
Yeah, good. You won't be doing that today, don't worry. Right, okay. Well, riding a moped, you need some certain skills to ride a moped, such as coordination and observations.
Yeah.
So you can transfer those skills into your driving. So
Yep.
you're going to find that very, very helpful.
Right.
Okay. Just before we start,
Yeah.
this might sound a little bit pedantic, but getting in and out of a car. When you're getting in a car and getting out of a car, do you ever do anything, especially when you're getting out of a car? Do you ever do any checks or anything like that?
Well, just out of roll. Should I
Right.
come now or should I come?
Right, at the briefing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, what we're going to do, Tony, I'm going to drive us to a suitable place because we
Right.
don't want to be doing this
Yeah.
outside your work, do you? You got all your workmates over there laughing
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah.
So we'll drive off to a suitable place. Just before we do that,
Yeah.
can you put your seatbelt on for me? I'm going to show you how to do it. There is a certain way that we have to do it. Okay, so if you reach over and pull your seatbelt out and then hold on to the buckle for
Oh, do you want me
me.
to do it at the same time as watching you?
Yeah, you can do. Or do you want to watch me do it first? Right, so we're going to pull the seatbelt out. You're going to grab hold of the buckle with your hand. It's very important that you keep hold of this buckle because obviously if it hits you in the face, hits the wind, it could smash the glass. So it's very important. You're going to pull it around. You're going to clip it into the receiver there and give it a little pull just to make sure it's safe. And then we've got to make sure that this is nice and straight. So we're going to run our thumb all the way up over your shoulder to take out any twists or turns. Does that make sense? Very important because it's quite sharp, this, and if anything should happen, we have an accident, we collide with anybody, it could cut into you.
All right.
Okay, so get that got for me.
Yeah, I'll put it on. I'll put it on this side loads of times.
Is that for you? So
Yeah.
just run your thumb all the way up over your shoulder for me. Good. So you've been a passenger in a car, I take it, quite a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Just before we set off, you'll notice a couple of pedals down there.
All right.
Just
you see them?
make sure you don't press hold of them because I don't want you stopping the car when I'm not expecting it. They're for my use when I'm sat there, just in
Oh.
case I need them in an emergency or to help you out in any way. So just make sure you don't press those pedals or touch
Okay.
or fiddle with anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll give you directions.
Okay.
There's no need to repeat the directions back to me. Okay?
Yep.
As you're driving, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So at the end of the road, we're going to turn left.
Okay, Tony. So we're going to drive to a suitable place, and then I'll talk you through
Yeah.
it there and show you some diagrams.
Okay.
Okay.
And turning left.
Okay, Tony. on the way there, I want you to watch my steering.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to be turning left here.
Yeah.
So I just want you to watch what I do with my left hand.
Yeah.
Just have a look at me,
Oh,
Tony.
sorry, yeah.
So I'm going to bring my left hand up, and we're going to use what's called the pull-push method. So I'm going to pull her down and around with the left hand. Watch the steering.
Turning right.
And then I'm going to take the top and pull back down. So I'm going to be turning right here. So again, I'm going to be using my right hand this time to the top of the wheel. So just have a watch what I'm doing with the steering
sorry.
wheel, if you don't mind, Tony. Just keep watching, please. So can you see how I'm pulling around nice and smoothly, and then I'm meeting at the top and pulling back around with the left.
All right. And turning left.
So I'm going to be turning left here. So again, Tony, if you have to watch what I'm doing
Yeah.
with my steering, left hand's going to go up, and I'm going to pull around with the left. So watch my steering, Tony.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing up with the right now. Now I'm pulling back around with the right. So I'm using big wide turns. We call that the pull-push method.
All right.
So with a bit of luck, Tony, today, we do have time. We might get you moving off and stopping as well, but we'll only do that if we have time.
End of the road, right.
Right, Tony, at the end of this road, I'm going to be turning right. Can you think of which hand I'm going to bring to the top of the wheel this time?
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. The right one.
That's good. So just watch my steering, Tony.
All right.
Pull around, push up with the left. Now I'm going to bring it back with the left and push up with
My
the
wife
right.
always waves them people across.
Well, it's really important we don't do that, Tony, because although you'd want to, if you wave them across, there might be another vehicle coming that we've not seen, and it could hit them. So it can be quite dangerous beckoning people across. You should never do that. So you're excited about learning to drive?
Yeah.
Good. It'll be a good thing for you. Is there a particular reason why you're learning? Job
keep,
or
keep falling off the moped.
keep falling off the
Yeah.
moped?
You must be very strong. You might turn in that wheel really easy. My wife really struggles.
Yeah, when we turn in the wheel, we have a thing called power assisted steering. A lot of time we refer to it just as power steering. And there's a little motor in the engine that makes the steering wheel feel very light. All modern cars have it. A lot of old cars don't have it, so it was very tough to steer the wheel. So if you look at my hands now, say I'm going right, but I'm keeping hold of the wheel, I'm not bringing my hand up to the top. So when we're passing parked cars and things like that, most of the time it's not necessary to bring your hand to the top. It's mainly when we turn in corners and junctions.
And we're going to turn right.
So the power assisted steering makes the steering wheel feel very, very light. So I'm going to turn right here, Tony. Which hand am I going to bring up?
Right.
Back
And we
down.
pull in on the left here, just make sure you don't block a driveway. And this will be a suitable area.
Okay, Tony, so we're going to pull in. Okay, this is going to be a suitable area for us to keep your seatbelt on. Don't open the door or anything until I say so. Right, okay. So we went through putting the seatbelt on before.
Yeah.
Just as important, there's a way of taking it off as well. There's a way of removing it. It's really important. I want you to watch what I do. I'm going to release the pressure off the seatbelt with my right hand.
Yeah.
It's going to be your left hand. I'm going to slide my hand down, I'm going to unclip the buckle, and I'm going to keep hold of that buckle. And again, it's very important, Tony, because we don't want that buckle flying up, hitting you in the face, smacking you on the nose, and we don't want it hitting the glass, maybe smashing the window as well. And it's also really important to make sure you feed it all the way back into the holder, because we don't want to be tripping over it when we're getting out.
Oh, I've done that a few times. We got a 3-door Corsa.
You've got a 3-door Corsa.
A couple of drinks and I fall over every time.
Couple of drinks for every time. Yeah, so it's really important you feed it back. Maybe in future you'll understand the reason why.
Yeah,
So if you feed it back, you won't fall over.
Yeah.
Unless you've had a couple more drinks.
Yeah.
So do you want to try that for me, please? So with your left hand,
Left hand.
yeah,
Yeah.
take some of the pressure off the belt. And with your right hand, slide your left hand down the belt, that's it. And with the right hand, unclip the buckle. Keep hold of the buckle with your left hand now, so slide your left hand down. That's it. Keep hold of the buckle, and then feed it back into the pillar. Keep hold of that, don't hit that glass. That's good. That's good. And is it straight? Can you just straighten out for me, please, Tony? Thank you. So again, it's very, very, very important that it's not loose.
Right.
If you trip over it on your side, it's one thing, but can you imagine tripping over it on this side?
Yeah.
Straight onto
Yeah.
straight onto the wheels of a lorry or something? We don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to swap over seats.
All right.
Again, I want you to stay where you are for the time being.
Yeah.
Now, when you've been a passenger in a car before, have you done any checks when you're getting out of the car? Like, have you done any checks at all?
Nah,
Have you
my wife always does the checking.
Okay, so it's really, really important you check your door before you start. Now we've got some mirrors there, but they're not set for you. So what I want you to do before you get out of the car, we're going to look over at your left shoulder, okay? Just to have a look up the road, just to make sure there's no joggers or cyclists coming down.
Yeah.
You're going to look down the road as well, just to make sure that it's safe to open
Yeah.
the door. When you are opening the door, Tony, I want you to keep hold of it, just to make sure that the wind doesn't, it's quite windy today, just to make sure that the wind doesn't catch it and blow
Keep
it
hold
off.
of this bit.
Hold it, let go of it for me, please, Tony. With your right hand, what you're going to do, you're going to put your right hand on the handle of the door.
All right.
And then, with your left hand, you can unclip the lever. That's
Alright.
it. Look over your left shoulder for me. Anything there?
Yeah.
Look down the road, anything there? Okay, we're going to get out of the car. I want you to stay on the pavement for me, please,
You'd
Tony.
be fussy about which hand I open, ain't you?
Well, we're doing that because if the wind does catch it, the door's not going to pull open. You're not going to lose the door.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So again, just look over your left shoulder for me,
Again?
please, Tony.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
please.
okay, okay.
Open the door, stand on the pavement, meet me at the back of the car.
All right.
Thank you. Tony, can you close the door for me, please?
Sorry to do that. I didn't hear that.
I want you to bring that up for me just like that. There you go.
Thanks.
Right there, don't fiddle or touch it.
All right.
Anything. Nice of you to leave the door open for me, thank you. Okay. Where's the yours?
Was that good of me to leave the door open for you?
No, we shouldn't have done that. It's my fault, Tony. I should have told you. You should always close the door when you're getting out of the car, just in case that wind blows it and it could fly open and hit somebody, or you could damage the car as well. Right, Tony, as I mentioned to you, at the back of the car, it's always the driver's responsibility to make sure the doors are shut. Now, as you can see, the car's set up for me already. Okay, so the seat is set up for me, the mirrors are set for me. When you get in the car, you're going to have to set the car up for yourself. Okay, and we call that the cockpit drill.
All right.
Okay, we have
Yeah.
a little routine, we call it the DHSSM
Right.
routine. So,
Yeah.
D, first thing we do is we check the doors are shut.
Yeah.
So, if you can just reach over with your left hand onto the door handle for me. That's the one. Onto the black handle. That's
Oh,
the
black
lever.
hand.
That's it. And give it a good shake.
It's
Does that seem shut to
It's
you?
a bit knackered, mate.
It's not knackered, it's just not closed properly. And I did that on purpose just to show you. Now, on new cars, they have a double locking mechanism, and it's for exactly
Bit
that
bright in
reason.
here, isn't it?
Well, exactly, because the door's not closed properly, you're going to get the interior
right,
lights.
all right.
So again, it's a sign to you that
Yeah.
the door's not closed.
Yeah.
So, do you remember how we did this? This time it's going to be your left hand on the door handle. Put your right hand into the lever, and just look up the road over your right shoulder. Just to make sure that there's no cars coming up down the road. So if you can just open the door for me and give it a click. That's it. Let go of the handle. Let go of the
Oh,
lever. Sorry.
like that.
That's it. Now shake that again with your left hand. Good.
Oh, it's not.
So
knackered
can you tell
anymore.
it's not knackered anymore?
Yeah.
So it is closed.
Yeah.
The light will go out shortly,
All right.
unless my door's not closed. Okay, so that's what we do to check the doors.
Yeah.
We always check the doors first. Now, it's very, very important that you check the handbrake as well, because when you get into the car, we're going to be moving about, and if the handbrake's not
My wife said when she was doing this, she was showing loads of pictures.
yeah, I thought I was on the
Okay.
right page there. It's flipped over with the wind when you left the door
All
open.
right.
So we've done the doors.
Yeah.
Next thing, can you see how the light's gone out?
Oh yeah.
There you go, it's not bright in there anymore, you can take your glasses off. So next thing we do is we check that the handbrake's on. So if you just, this is the handbrake, if you can place your left hand on the leather bit of the lever there for me, and just let go of the button, leave the button alone, don't touch the button, just try and pull it up. If it doesn't move, it means that the handbrake's on, that's fine. That's fine, so the handbrake's on. Again, it's very, very important that we do apply the handbrake, and you check that it's on when you get into the car. You don't want the car rolling forwards or backwards, okay?
Oh.
Again, because we're going to be moving you about in the seat, the car could roll backwards, could be a pedestrian at the back of the car.
Why are you making a fuss about the button?
Well, again, I'm going to go through that with you now. When you're applying the handbrake, you always check it that it's on. I'm going to show you how to take it off. I'm just going to put my foot down on the brake just to secure the car.
Don't go there at the moment, yeah?
Okay.
With the DH-SSM
Yeah.
out roll there, with the DH-SSM, you're only explaining the handbrake so the car's under control while we're both moving around in the car, yeah?
Right.
Don't go into the reasons for using the handbrake until we get to that part of the control system, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
So the reason why I asked you about you've made a fuss over the button out of roll, yeah, is because you've never told me the
Of
reason.
course, yeah.
Because I nearly had a button in there,
You
didn't I?
did, yeah.
Yeah? And you've never told me a reason why
Yeah,
I
I get
shouldn't
you.
press that button in.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah?
Okay.
So the first opportunity I get, that button's going to go in,
Yeah,
yeah?
of course, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand that. So shall I explain it now?
Yeah.
Right, okay. It's very important that you don't touch that button, Tony, because when the button goes in, the handbrake can go down.
All right.
It's operated on a ratchet, and when the button goes in, the ratchet releases, and the handbrake will go down. Now, it's on a locking mechanism, so the ratchet will go down, and it will be prevented from coming back up. Okay, so it's very important that you don't touch that button when you're applying the handbrake.
Can I have that in English?
No. Oh, how do you explain that? Okay, when you're checking the handbrake's on, lift it up, don't touch the button. If you press the button down, the handbrake could go down, the car could move.
Oh, right, I understand that. Yeah. I'm a bit thicker, yeah?
Not you, Tony. Don't you worry about that. The next thing we do is the seat. It's very important that we get the seat right. Okay. So the seat on this car, it goes forwards and backwards. It goes up and down, and the rake of the seat, which is the back, that also goes forwards and backwards as well.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do, underneath the seat, you'll feel a bar. I want you to put your right hand on the top of the steering wheel for me, please. Your right hand, that's the one. And reach down with your left hand, and you'll feel a bar underneath the seat. Pull yourself towards the steering wheel for me, please. Lift the bar up.
Oh, that's fine.
Put your hand in between your legs for me.
Do good.
Go forward, let go of the bar. Let go.
Let go.
Let go of the bar. That's it. And with your left foot, you'll notice 3 pedals down there.
Yeah.
The one on the left, the far left, that's the clutch. I'll explain the clutch to you shortly. We're sorting the seat out first. With your left leg, I want you to place your left foot on the pedal. I want you to press the pedal down and keep it pressed down to the floor for me, please. So can you see how you're stretching a little bit? So release the clutch, and we need to go a little bit further forward. So again, right hand on the top of the steering wheel, reach down in, that's it. And try that again, please. And let go. Looks like you need to go a little bit further forward, so one more click forward. And this time, Tony, place the ball of your feet, which is the widest part of your, the ball of your foot, sorry, which is the widest part of your foot. Place that on top of the pedal, that's it, and press down again. So you're still stretching a little bit. Do you feel like you're stretching? We need a little bend in that left knee.
I've got a bend in my knee.
Just press that clutch down for me.
Got a bend.
You've got a bend where your foot's on the floor. Press the clutch down, keep it pressed down.
Oh, a bend while it's down.
Yeah,
I
while
have
it's
got a
down.
bend in my knee, look.
Yeah, it's not enough though. Just go a bit further forward for me, like by the clutch, that's it. Try that.
Yeah, I've got a bend now.
How does that feel?
Yeah.
Does it feel like you're stretching for the pedal?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so sit yourself right back in the seat.
Yeah.
And just with your hands, put your hands out like this for me, please.
That is.
Put your arms out and just rest them down on top of the steering wheel.
That's going to be frisk for a minute.
Right, you need this part of your wrist, we need that on top of the steering wheel. So you're not far off there. So on the right hand side of your chair, you'll feel a wheel. It's like a cog. You can rest your arms down. On the right hand side, down here. For the rake of your seat. Over on your right hand side, Tony.
Could you show me that picture?
All right,
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Just there.
Just there.
Just on the right hand side.
Oh, yeah. I can feel kind of a wheel.
Yeah. If you turn it towards the windscreen, you'll feel the back of the seat go up. Just try that. Do that again for me.
Yeah.
And one more. Just try that. Put your arms out for me, please. Over the top of the steering wheel. Sitting right back.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Sit yourself right back.
I am.
And press that clutch down again for me. How does that feel?
Fine.
Good, okay. So, that's your seat sorted.
Am I going to drive like this?
No, you can rest your arms down.
Now, is that the way I'm going to be driving?
Right, if you slide your do that again for me. And slide your arms down to the middle of the wheel at this position, 2/4 position. Imagine the steering wheel's a clock face. Hold on to the steering wheel with your hands for me, so that you've got a bend in your elbows. Hold on to the steering wheel.
Do you
for me.
mean grip the steering wheel?
That's the one, grip the steering wheel.
Oh, right.
So at 2/4 or 10 to 2. So we call that the 2/4 position or the 10 to 2 position. A little bit further down. That's it. How does that feel?
Feels all right.
You've got a bend in your elbows as well, so that's good.
I have, yeah.
And you've got a bit of room underneath the steering wheel and your legs, so you've got room for manoeuvrability around the steering wheel.
Oh.
Does that feel? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Part of the seat as well, Tony, is your head restraint. Okay.
Yeah.
You can let go of the steering wheel now. Part of your seat is the head restraint.
Yeah.
So the way we set that, if you put your hand on the back of your head, just rest your head against the head restraint for me. Just put your hand on the back of your head like I'm doing,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's okay, so that's good. The head restraint, it's there to, you can relax your arm now. Don't sit there all day like that. Your head restraint,
What was I checking for?
you're checking for the middle part of your head is touching the head restraint. That's good. So the head restraint is set so that it can help prevent something what we call whiplash.
Oh, you get money for that, don't you?
Well, it's not going to have any money if you can't move, is it? So if the head restraint's too high, your head could go underneath it, and if it's too low, your head could loll over the back,
Oh,
and
right.
it could injure yourself. I've had whiplash myself, and it's not nice. So that's your seat and your steering wheel.
So, if this head restraint don't fit, I've got to find a different instructor.
Yeah, no, you can. You've got a little button here on your. If you look at look at this, it's that button,
Yeah.
and it can go up and down like this.
Oh, it's adjustable.
It is adjustable.
Oh, right.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
I don't have these on my moped.
Do you not?
No.
Right, so we've got them on the car, so it is adjustable, but that's set fine for you, so that's okay. And then the next thing is seat belts. Now, seat belts very important. Do you remember how we did it earlier?
You know this, my wife's always complaining when she's driving her car that she can't see the speedo.
Yeah, it's very important that you can. Can you see through the steering wheel? Can you see the dials?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Yeah, good.
But she can't see through, on hers she can't see the 30 or the 40.
Right. On some cars, this car is adjustable. You can adjust the steering wheel. It can go up and down. Okay. So maybe on your wife's, maybe she's got the steering wheel set wrong.
Might be.
Maybe
yeah.
you could teach her. You could teach her how to check for that. So there is a bar just down here. It's a lever, and you can put the steering wheel up or down.
So
The steering wheel's
So
fine.
if she adjusts it properly, she should be able to see the dials.
Yeah, it's very important that you can see the dials.
Just the dials, isn't it?
It's very important you can see the dials as well. Very, very important. Because if you can't see the dials, how do you know how fast you're going? So with the dials there, we've got.
Well, she can't see the dials, and sometimes she even whinges, she can't see over the wheel.
Well, again, it's very important that you can see over the wheel. Otherwise, you can't see where you're going, can you?
No.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
good point. Good point. Okay, seatbelts. Very important. Can you remember how to put it on?
I think
So this time it's going to be your left hand. You want to give that a try for me? With your left hand this time. Reach over. That's it. Get hold of the buckle. That's good. And don't forget to run your thumb all the way up past your shoulder.
Fine.
Right. So on it, you need to put your right arm underneath the belt itself.
I find that very uncomfortable.
Safety first, Tony. So put
Sorry?
your arm underneath it. That's it. And let go. And run your thumb all the way up over your shoulder, just to make sure there's no twists and turns. Good. Okay, that's good. So I'll put mine on. Okay, with seatbelts, Tony. I'll just run through some very basic legal stuff with you. Anybody that's in a car over the age of 14, it's their responsibility to put seatbelts on. Legally, it's their responsibility. However, morally, we've also got a responsibility. Now, seatbelts are there for a reason. They're there to help protect you in the event of an accident. So, if you had somebody in the back of the car who was over 14 who said to you, I'm going to put my seatbelt on, what would you do? Would you still let them come along with you?
Depends on how big they are.
Even if they're big, you need to tell them, get your seatbelt on or you're going nowhere. Okay? You have a simple rule, no belt, no ride. Dangers of not having a belt on. If you have an accident and there's somebody sitting in the back, say you're doing 60 or 70 miles an hour and you have a head-on collision, they're going to be like a human missile.
I've seen that advert on the telly, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit sickening, that
Yeah.
advert, isn't it?
Mm.
So it's very, very, very lifelike as well. It's very realistic, that advert.
Yeah.
So again, even though it is their responsibility legally, morally it's your responsibility too. Okay, so very, very important. Anybody under the age of 14 years old, it's the driver's responsibility. It's not the car owner, it's the driver's responsibility. So you must make them wear their seatbelts. Anybody under the age of 14. Okay. It's very important as well that the seatbelts aren't frayed or torn in any way. Okay, so every year you have what's called an MOT on a car, and that's one of the things that they check for. Okay, so are you happy with the seatbelts? You happy with yours?
Yeah, give them a good check out. Yeah, they look alright.
That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, you've been looking after them alright, I think.
Okay, next is the mirrors.
Alright, you got loads of them.
We have got loads. Well, these two are for me, so
Alright.
don't worry too much about these two. Typically on a car we have three mirrors.
Yeah.
You have your centre mirror,
Yeah.
and you have two door mirrors, one on either side.
Yeah.
Okay. On this car we've got extra ones as well, just to help us for doing some manoeuvres. The centre mirror, that's your main mirror. That's the most important mirror. That's the one that we check first. Above anything else, that's the one we check first. Now your middle mirror is made of flat glass. Okay, so what you see in that is what you get. It gives you a true image. Now the way we set this, I want you to imagine the back window being a picture, and I want you to imagine this is your picture frame. What I want you to do with your left hand only, I want you to place your left hand on the frame here. Try not to touch the glass because we'll smear it, could distort our vision. And I want you to adjust the mirror like this so that you can see out the back window. So I want you to imagine that the back window is a picture. I want you to hang it inside the frame so you can see all the way out of it.
Oh.
And make sure that it's straight as well, not twisted like this.
Oh.
So with your left hand, Tony, please. So sit yourself back in your seat in your driving position. Sit yourself all the way back.
You're very fussy, aren't you?
I am very fussy. That's the best way. So make sure that you sat all the way back. Sit all the way back, Tony. Sit back in your seat. That's the one. With your left hand, stay sat in your seat there. Just move your left arm over. Just sit yourself back, Tony. Tony, sit yourself back, please. It's very important. It's very important because if you move forward and you get your mirror and it's right, when you sit back, it's not right, is it? You're going to have to reset it, readjust it. So it's very important that you stay sat back in your seat and just use your left arm and adjust the mirror so that you can see out the back window.
I can lean when I'm checking.
Well, you're going to lose control, you see. If you're moving it back while you're driving, you're going to
right.
lose control of the
Right.
steering. So it's very important.
I think that's done. I'll put this frame
Yep,
round the back window
yep.
and I've hung it straight.
Fantastic. That's perfect. And what can you see out that back window?
I can see a bit of the black headlining at the top.
Good.
I can see the bottom of the window.
Okay,
I can see a bit of my head restraint. I
fantastic.
can see a little bit of yours.
Fantastic. That's set perfect for you. Now the right door mirror. Well, this is where it gets a little bit tricky.
I know how to do these. I got them in my moped. I just,
Oh, brilliant. Well
I
done.
just move them with my hand. Don't
Right, yeah, but luckily in this car we don't need to. We've got little buttons, little magic buttons in this car. So, we need the electrics on, which is, we turn the electrics on by doing, just that roll, I'm not sure.
I turn the key on my bike.
I don't know whether that starts a car or not, Tony. Sorry, just that roll, I don't know.
That roll. One press without your foot on the clutch is just the power.
Right,
Yeah?
thank you.
Yeah?
Okay. Okay, Tony, so don't touch any of the pedals. This is your power button here. If you can press that once for me, please, just once only, and let go. That's good. That's turned the electrics of the car on. So we've got some lights there. Most of them will go out.
Yeah.
So the electrics are on now, so that gives us power to the mirrors. So we're gonna set your right door mirror first. Now we need to be able to see round about 2 fingers width of the car. So you should be able to see the door handle in the bottom corner of the car. So we need to adjust that so it's set for you. So again, sitting in your driving position, which is the position you're in now, sitting nice and still, with your right hand over on your right door, can you see the joystick? It's like a joystick like on your DVD player. Can you see it?
I see arrows like I got on my DVD player.
That's the one. Well, we need to flick the switch over to the right. So can you see can you see the silver switch in the middle of that
yeah, I can,
joystick? Flick that over to the right for me, please. So that puts the power to your right mirror now.
All right.
And then you use the controls just like you would on your DVD player. So if it needs to go up,
That's fast forward.
yeah,
That's rewind.
rewind.
Oh, it goes in and out.
And when it's set right, you're going to press the pause button.
How do I know when it's set right?
So we need to see about 2 fingers width of the car. We need to see
Okay.
some of the sky,
Oh, but it's got...
some of the road, and the horizon should be in the middle. And you should be able to see the door handle in the bottom corner.
I think that's right.
Okay, can we do the same for the left mirror, please? So flick the switch over to the
Oh,
left.
sorry.
So flick it all the way over, that's
All
in the
the way
middle, all the way over, that's it. So that puts the power to the left mirror
Yeah.
now. So again, exactly the same. Sit yourself back in your position, that's perfect. So just sit yourself back, Tony, please. So again, it's really important that you're in your driving position, because if you're not, you're going to have to move about to check while you're driving, and you could lose control of the car.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, you told me that before.
I did, yeah.
I was sick of 2 short planks, wasn't I? What did I say again?
Same again, the door handle in the bottom corner,
Yeah.
some of the sky, horizon in the middle, and a little bit of the road.
Oh, I can.
So tell me what
Yeah.
you can see.
What you said.
Tell me.
Door handle,
Yeah.
horizon, bit of sky.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that's your mirrors. Okay, so just put that back in the middle for me.
Oh.
And then leave it alone. Good. Keep your hands on your lap for me, please,
Yeah.
Tony. Okay, just to reinforce the mirrors for you. This is made of flat glass, this mirror. As I mentioned to you before, you get a true image in that mirror. So what you see is what you get. So the main reason we're looking in that mirror is we need to know what's going on behind us all the time. Okay, we need to know how fast and how close other vehicles are behind us. Okay, so this mirror is really good for that, just because it gives you a true image. The two door mirrors are made of what's called convex glass, like the back of a spoon. So they're slightly bent, but they give you a big wide image of the road behind you. The only problem with that is it's a distorted image. If you bend an image, it becomes slightly distorted, so it makes things look further away than they actually are. So things are actually closer to you than they seem, but it gives you a wider field of vision. So we always use our mirrors in pairs. We always check the centre mirror first, and then the relevant door mirror. So if we need to go right, we check the centre mirror, then the right mirror. Okay?
So these mirrors are showing a different picture.
They are. If you look in your centre mirror now, because you see the white car, you look in your right mirror.
Oh, he's gone now.
He has gone now, hasn't he?
I can see that white sign behind me.
Okay. So if you look in your left mirror, can you see the white sign?
No, you can see it in the right door.
Oh, can you see it in the right door?
Yeah, but it's different sign. It's really small and it's miles away.
Okay, well, if you look over your shoulder, look over your right shoulder for me, Tony. Over your right shoulder.
Yeah, same picture, isn't it?
So if you look over your right shoulder, can you see the same sign?
Does it matter where I look at the right or left?
To be honest, I can't see which sign you're looking at.
The white sign at the end of the road.
Oh, right, yeah, I get you. So, can you see the difference in the mirrors?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, now the mirrors, a bit surprisingly, don't actually cover everything. Okay, so it doesn't give you a full
they're not that
image of
clever
what's
then.
behind us. Pardon?
They're not that clever then.
They are clever. It's just that unfortunately we have what are called blind spots in the car. Blind spots are things like your door pillars. This is a blind spot here. But this is your main blind spot. So it's very important that before we're moving off, what we do is we check our mirrors, but we also, the final thing we do before moving off is we look over our right shoulder and we check our blind spot. So your blind spot in this situation would be, can you see the house opposite you?
Yeah.
With the car in the driveway?
Yeah.
And look at the next house on the right hand side. On the right hand side, your blind spot's through this gap here, Tony, in between your head restraint and your door panel.
Yeah, I can't see any of this in that mirror there.
Okay, so that's part of your blind spot
That's
as well.
my blind spot,
So
yeah.
if you look further over to your right as
Yeah.
well, through that gap,
Yeah.
that's
No,
your
I
blind
can't see
spot.
any of that.
So can you tell me what number door is on the next house along? Can you tell me what number it is?
6.
Good. What about the one next to it? On the right hand side, through the gap here, Tony, in between your head restraint and the door pillar.
4.
Good. So that's your blind spot as well. If we need to check our
That
left,
was a hard question, wasn't
wasn't it?
it? Yeah. About 4, 6, 8.
It could have been the other way though, couldn't it? So if you need to check your left blind spot again, your left blind spot, Tony, is over your shoulder. It's this side window here.
Oh, right.
So your mirrors, just to recap, the mirrors don't cover everything.
Oh.
We have blind spots as well. Okay. Okay with that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So, just out of roll.
Yeah.
Just before you turn over the page.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna.
Just give me about 3
Yeah, I was
questions
gonna-
on 3 different things.
I
Yeah?
was Right, Tony. So we've gone through some of the controls and some of the cockpit drill, the DHSSM
Yeah.
routine. Okay. Talking about the doors.
Yeah.
Just remind me, whose responsibility is it that the doors are closed on the car? Whose responsibility is it to make sure the passenger door's closed?
Just a passenger door.
Yeah, well, all of the doors. I'm just giving you an example.
You told me it was mine.
It's the driver's responsibility, yeah. So it's the driver's responsibility. And with the handbrake, can you remember why it's important not to move that button when you're checking that the handbrake's on?
Because the handbrake might pop off and I could roll forward or roll back.
Good, well done. And regarding the mirrors, if we was turning right, which mirrors would we check?
I haven't got a clue.
Okay, we check the centre one first, because that gives you a true image of what's behind you.
If you're going to ask me questions about what we covered, yeah?
All right, I did mention that.
Sorry?
Okay. Right, okay. Okay, with the mirrors, Tony.
Yeah.
Can you remember what type of glass this is?
Flat.
Good.
Real picture.
And what about the side ones?
Completely distorted.
So what kind of glass is it?
Curvy.
Curvy glass, confused glass. It's convex
Confused.
glass.
Yeah, it is confusing.
That's good. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Stop you there. Well done. How did I feel?
Oh, it was tough. A lot tougher than I expected it to be.
Hey?
Yeah, it was tough.
You've done very well. Done very well.
I found that quite
Very well.
tough.
Make sure you tell me to close that door before I get to the back of the car.
Bloody.
I ain't gonna come all the way back to close it. Yeah?
Oh.
Nah, very
doing
good.
it Every
Very
time.
Good. Very good. Very good.
Every time. Did I get enough info out there?
Yeah, it
That-
took
that's my
you.
main thing.
Yeah, I remember what we talked about earlier on this
Yeah.
morning. Yeah.
You've never done it before.
If I'm not doing something,
It's for a reason. I haven't told you why.
yeah. How many times did I lean forward to adjust that mirror? Yeah.
God knows how many
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I was just trying to control you rather than control you and educate you.
Yeah. You're wasting your time.
Yeah, I know that.
It's ain't gonna work.
I know that.
And it's not that we're being awkward.
No, I know that.
Is that we're trying to make sure, and whoever showed you to put a seatbelt on should be shot.
Right, yeah, go on. So out of roll, I would. I twisted that on. Don't go like that. Did you reach over and do that?
I did, yeah.
I wasn't looking.
Do you want to smell a dog? Do you want to smell a cat?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, you give your pupil a reason.
Right.
Yeah, don't just say,
I thought I did. I could have sworn I did. Honestly, I could have sworn I did. I could have
well, but not leaning forward.
Oh, about not leaning forward? No, I thought you meant about the mirror.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was talking about something different. I thought you meant
Um,
what we checked the centre one for.
Yeah, you know, give me
Yeah. Of course.
give your pupil a reason.
Yeah.
Because then they'll think about it. Yeah.
Yep.
When you use the word, if you lean, you might lose control.
Yeah.
That'll stay in the mind, hopefully, yeah?
Of course, yeah, like I say, I'm trying to control you there, aren't I, rather than control and educate.
Yeah, but just because you're spouting out orders. Sit back in your seat.
Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't gonna learn
it's
that
the
about
military
that,
man
yeah?
in me, that.
Very good control system, well done.
Thank you.
Good explanation on the steering on the way here. Had to give you a little bit of a push about,
Power steering.
yeah,
Going around parked cars.
well, you did bring that out.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the power steering alerted you to that.
Mhm.
You know, but tell me about the power assisted steering. Another couple of years we won't have to mention it because there's not many cars left that don't have it now, but
Yeah.
yeah, but certainly mention that,
Because you brought the old Corsa up, didn't you, as well?
you know, just going around parked cars, I want to just got to move that steering.
Yeah.
From there to there, about 5 minutes, go around a corner, about turn around more, yeah? Yeah, I like the way you come back and ask me, yeah, I'm going to turn right, which hand am I going to put up, yeah?
Yeah.
Well done,
Thank you.
good lad.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, like I say, I found that tougher than I was expecting it to be. I had that all planned out and it didn't really go to plan, to be honest.
Yeah, the first thing you want to do is don't sit there with a list of contents, yeah?
No, do you know what? I thought I'd turned it over to that.
Sorry?
Honestly, I thought I'd turned it over to that.
Put your glasses on.
I couldn't find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen many people try to do this without a diagram,
Yeah.
and they've made a dog's dinner of it, yeah?
You can imagine.
Yeah?
I need to write little things in as well, don't I? Like, well, even if I wrote things in, I wasn't looking at this when you left the door open. And I know as well, and I'd say shut the door. Idiot. Yeah, I didn't even
Well,
think of this.
well, if you think about where we started off at the test centre,
Yeah.
before we got the camera running,
Mhm.
you got out and you left the door open for me as well, yeah?
Yeah, but I did it on purpose.
But don't do it,
Right, yeah.
yeah?
Well, I did it on purpose to remind me to tell you not to do it, because I even said it on the way around.
Guess what? It didn't work.
No, it didn't work. I know. I'll
Yeah.
learn from that.
Yeah, the danger is that if you get a partially sighted person walking along the pavement,
Yeah.
they could very easily walk into that door, yeah?
Of course.
Or there could be somebody in our house there who's got a great big Rottweiler, and I could end up with him sitting next to me on the seat. And I have had that happen before outside my house, yeah?
What, you
And,
got a couple of Rottweilers sat in the seat?
No, that we had a Rottweiler live across the road, and I was de-icing the windows, and when I got into the car and closed his door, I looked over, he's sitting next to me, he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, who's...
He's got bigger teeth than you.
yeah. Yeah, I think I better do a runner here.
Wow. Yeah, point taken.
Right, I'll give that a pause. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, that was a good pass. That was a good pass.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. This is an easy lesson to do.
Yeah.
So therefore, yeah, that's why we're very strict on the detail, yeah?
Yep, absolutely. Good.